All right, we're going to talk about that with our panel now, and thanks to our partners AMP. So on the panel this Monday morning, Radio Live evening host Karyn Hay. Karyn, great to have you with us.
Hi.
And Live More Awesome founder Jimi Hunt. Jimmy, good to have you back.
Morning.
Let's talk about the RENA first of all, because Karyn, I'm sure you're an environmentalist, am I right?
Well, this one's a tricky one because of the fact that getting it up might be a real problem.
Yep.
And keeping it down there might be quite a good tourist attraction. So it's quite a tricky one, and it's whether money talks. Will money talk over this one for Bay of Plenty Māori? I don't know.
Yeah. And it is interesting, isn't it? Because, I mean, without doubt, it would have been much better if the ship hadn't gone there. But there's a strong argument that says actually the damage to the reef has already been done. Removing the ship isn't going to help that. It's just going to worsen the damage to the reef. And the ship itself, like when you see underwater footage of it, you know, it's just alive. The whole wreck is just absolutely alive with sea life.
Already, is it? Right.
So you'd be in favour of leaving it there?
Well, then, no, I'm in two minds, because when it first happened, Motiti Island there, it was an absolute mess with containers and oil. I can understand exactly why they want it lifted. So I'd need more information from, you know, what the damage will be.
What do you think, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm with Karyn. I mean, it's...
with Karyn in that you're not going to make a call on this?
Well...
Not yet.
I'm prepared to make a call.
Well, that's just it. I mean, both Karyn and I don't have as much vested interest in it as some of the local iwi and the local population, and it is going to come up to that call between the environmentalists and between the local iwi about whether how much it costs to leave it there or how much it costs and how much damage it takes to get it away.
And this is the issue. This is the thing that worries me, because at the end of the day, you will listen to local iwi, perhaps for the wrong reasons. And I know there'll be people who say, you know, the sort of social impact that it's had and the spiritual impact is measurable to a degree. But it seems to me that most of the environmentalists are absolutely hot on the fact that it would cause more environmental damage to try and move it than leaving it there. That you know, 99% of all the environmental damage has already been caused, and you can't rectify that now. Anyway, I suppose it'll all come out in the wash, as they say. Refugees. So we're on the UN Security Council. There are many people, including Amnesty International, and we had the head of Amnesty International in here, saying that we're actually not walking the walk. We're talking the talk, but we're not walking the walk. We should double the number of refugees we take in. What do you think?
Agree, totally agree. 750 refugees we take in New Zealand. We can take at least 1,000. Australia takes, I think, 13,750 at the moment, but they're upping it to 20,000. Yeah. So I absolutely agree, because I think people have the wrong idea of what a refugee is. They mix it up with asylum seekers, whereas a refugee has done all the checks and balances. They've been through the books. They're not an asylum seeker where you don't actually know. So, I think we've got room.
I think it's important, Jimmy, that we get the balance right too, where we take the refugees from, that we don't skew it all in one particular way. But where do you stand on this?
Absolutely. But, I mean, these are people who are looking to contribute to us society. They've been kicked out of theirs, basically, for reasons that are not their own fault. They want to contribute, they want to pay taxes, they want to have jobs, and they want to raise their families in a safe environment. And I think as a country, we definitely have debatable how much it is, but we've got room for more.
Yeah. But you're right, it is debatable how much more. I think it is very important, though, that we don't overcompensate by having too many people from one particular area, but there are plenty of areas to choose from, because God only knows there are a lot of people seeking refugee status now. Just very quickly, there was one other thing I wanted to touch on, because I talked to the Prime Minister about this morning, and he was reluctant, understandably, to give his views on Australia's policy. But it seems now definite that the Abbott government has paid people smugglers to turn boats around. Now, to me, Karyn, that is just abhorrent, to actually pay these people who are involved in this terrible, terrible humanitarian crime money to turn these boats around.
Yeah, sure. They've got such a huge problem in Australia, because opinion is divided over there as to whether they should come or they shouldn't come. We don't have that issue because we're so far away, but they could get here. So I can see Tony Abbott's he's between a rock and a hard place there. But no, you're absolutely right. That's
just
not
appalling,
the right
isn't
thing
it?
to do.
I mean, these people have paid all the money they could possibly muster to go in one direction, and then these evil swine who are dealing in their misery are given money by a government to turn. around and take them back. It's just appalling.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking for the cheapest financial return.
Yep. At any cost, he doesn't want them to land at any cost.
It doesn't matter.
So he's even prepared to do a deal with the devil.
Yeah, and it costs him less to pay those smugglers than it does to put the same amount of people in a detention centre and actually process them.
Much less. But the irony here is he's actually perpetuating the business of people smuggling by handing that money over to these swine.
Absolutely.
All right, they should be read the Riot Act. It's 22 and a half minutes past 8. Stay with us. We are back with the panel in just a moment, talking all you can eat.
You don't have to be there, babe. You don't have to be scared, babe.
All right, great to have you back. It's a Monday morning. It's June the 22nd. Our panel this morning, Radio Live evening host Karyn Hay. Karyn, great to have you here. And Live More Awesome founder Jimi Hunt. Right, Jimmy, residents, this Howick bloke, residents in parts of Howick, that area, were without internet for 2 days and they went ape. And it's funny because this got me thinking, I'm hardly ever on the internet, but if my internet was down and I was told it would be down for the foreseeable future, I would maybe slightly panic. How would you run, Jimmy?
I'd probably run terribly. My life is online. My business is online. So I would probably freak out a little bit, I would guess. The good thing is that you've kind of got the backup of a big mobile data plan. So hotspot your computer and can still get some.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Done. Exactly.
Do you know about hotspotting your computer, Karyn?
I absolutely do.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do, yeah.
I'm impressed.
But no, I agree. Because where we're living at the moment, we're applying for, well, we're just going into the rural broadband scheme because the internet's so slow. And when you've got children, that is a number one priority to them to be online quickly.
It's interesting, isn't it, though, how something like this has become sort of an essential service reticulated to our houses. And I wonder, you've got water, you've got phone, and you've got internet.
No phone anymore. It's all mobile.
It's all mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No landline.
That's true. No, that's true. All right, I want to talk to you about competitive eating. Very quickly, this has just arrived, and I'm presenting you with a box from Muffin Break, and we don't normally do this. Is just a shabby attempt at free publicity for Muffin Break, but it seems to have worked.
You want us to eat this?
So, well, here's the thing. What they've done is they've created a whole new food type. It is the Duffin, which apparently has come back for a short time only, limited time only.
Shall I hold one up?
What does it smell like? It smells... So a Duffin is
nice.
a donut and a muffin. Do you know, Jimmy, do you like me hate people that just all of a sudden create a new word by just putting these two products together?
My wife would say no because I make up words all the time. I'm like, Shakespeare made up words, I can make up words too.
Okay, here's the first line from the press release. Move over cronut, we're bringing back the Duffin. It's another bloody language, isn't it?
Smells nice.
Yeah,
What's in the middle of it?
I don't know, some kind of nut stuff. But anyway, the reason I'm mentioning these is we have got Nell on, who is... Now, you know Nell, don't you?
No, I've just watched her video.
You watched a video. So she's got a video, and in the video, of course, she is eating, because she's going into competitive eating.
It's a sport.
Well, it is a sport. Is it a sport you can make money out of? Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Says Karyn with a mouthful of Duffin. So she is a model. This is the weird thing about it. She's
very
a model.
Odd. It's very odd.
And you would think they would be mutually exclusive, wouldn't
What's
you?
so weird when you watch the YouTube of her, the burrito and then the Subway, is that you think when you're about to watch it as you go to YouTube that it'll be a tutorial on her braiding her hair or, a French lesson.
Yeah.
And then it turns into this sort of locust manic eating of these 5 big Subways, like munch.
So have you seen the video? Because she's got a video of the burrito one, and it's a burrito, I'm told, as big as a chihuahua.
It's huge, and she's little. She's pretty and petite, so that's
So how is it all down to
paradox.
Metabolism, Jimmy? What do you know about rapid eating?
Apparently so. If you look at the big international ones, there's some absolutely gigantic American guys, but there is also petite women and quite small guys. So, I don't know where they put it.
It's all about metabolism. No, it is about metabolism.
You can rupture your stomach.
Fast enough.
You can rupture your stomach on bread.
Well, there's a hazard. There's a hazard with all industries, I suppose, all career paths. Karyn Hay and Jimi Hunt, thank you both very much for joining us this morning. You can have a Duffin to take home. It's 8:30.